Estrogen dominance, is it a big deal? A lot of people don't recognise it as a clinical diagnosis, and it's a very controversial term to use, and there's a lot of people out there who don't believe that it is a thing. There is no clinical definition for estrogen dominance, and in the evidence and in the research, there's no reference to what levels would constitute estrogen dominance, and there's no gold standard test for it. So this is where the controversy comes from. I suppose in my eyes, I think of it very much like gut health. 10 to 15, 20 years ago, we weren't really talking about gut health, but look how much that's exploded recently. We knew that there was implications between the gut and the brain and the gut-brain axis, and how gut health can have implications with certain conditions, and so more research has been done and there's a lot of emerging evidence around that area. And so we do know that estrogen levels should be of an optimal amount. What we do know is that estrogen is broken down by the liver in phase 1 and 2 and in the gut in phase 3. So that's what we do know. People are suffering with symptoms relating to high estrogen or higher estrogen, such as acne, weight gain, worsening PMS symptoms, cellulite, and there's worsening migraine. So there's lots of symptoms people get, and their estrogen levels may be normal. So I think it's an evolving area in terms of the research, because there's a lot more research needed to be done to see if whether those symptoms are related to estrogen dominance, and if so, is that because their levels are normal, or is it because their progesterone is actually low, and is it a progesterone insufficiency problem? So much more evolving work is needed in the area, and I think we really need to watch this space with it. What I do see is that women typically in the perimenopause and menopause phase of their life struggle with an imbalance of their hormones, and it's really important that we try and balance their hormones through lifestyle. What we do know as well is that when estrogen is broken down in the liver, if the estrogen is broken down into the more harmful pathways, those breakdown products have been linked with breast cancer, and we do know that, and we do know that fibroids, endometriosis and breast cancer are estrogen driven. So they're the things that we know, and there's a lot of research surrounding that, but I think a lot more work is needed around estrogen dominance. I think it is a thing. I think it is going to be shown in the research over the years, 10, 15 years, it might be emerging and more information will come out about it. But I know that I have symptoms of estrogen dominance, and am I going to wait 10 to 15 years before I try and use my lifestyle to improve my symptoms? Well, I'm not going to be waiting 10 to 15 years, so that's just my opinion and thoughts on it. It is a controversial topic. Lots of healthcare professionals don't think it is a thing, and Dutch testing can be used to have a look at the breakdown of estrogen and look at some things related to that. And again, that's a very controversial area because it's not evidence-based. So that's where we are with it all at the minute. But I do think people do suffer with symptoms relating to estrogen and progesterone imbalance, and I think a lot more work is going to be done on the area. Hi, thank you for watching my video. I hope you thought it was of value. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.